Hi, I'm Trish and this is Amy. We're here today with another tips and tricks video.
And today we're going to show you how to clean Acrovyn. So I started by scribbling with a permanent marker on some Acrovyn by Design sheet. This is the sheet that you would typically see in maybe a college and university setting, K through 12. So sometimes you get a little bit of pen and marker that can touch the wall. Maybe you get a couple fearless artists in that space. So I am going to take a magic eraser and I'm going to start working on this stain here that's been here for a little bit, having some time to dry, while Trish talks to us about another stain.
Thanks, Amy. So over here we have a piece of Acrovyn sheet that has some red lipstick on it. Now this could happen again in an education setting or perhaps a salon type area or even senior living, a lot of different spaces. So we're going to start today by spreading some all-purpose cleaner, just a little spray of your all-purpose cleaner on there. And we're going to use a microfiber cloth to wipe that down. And you can see that that has effectively removed that lipstick stain from our sheet. So just that simple, we've got that removed. We're going to move on to this piece of sheet that has clearly seen some substantial scuffing. It looks like there's some shoe marks on here, some dirt and debris. Again, we've all seen those areas where people are standing with their foot against the wall, or perhaps an item scrubs against it or scuffs against it. So to start with here today, again, we're going to use our all-purpose cleaner. We're just going to spray down the area. We're going to start again with our soft cloth. And the first thing we're going to do is wipe the area to remove the dirt and the scuffs that we can get off, again, with that all-purpose cleaner. Now, once we've removed those surface scuffs, as Amy did over there with the Sharpie, we're next going to move on to our magic eraser. And we're just going to apply a light pressure. And you can see that it is already starting to pull those scuffs right off there. And again, I'm just going to work this for a minute to get that removed.
Wow, that's really coming off.
You know, that's the beautiful part of this, is it protects the wall while still protecting the sheet itself. So it's a lot easier. You know, it's not going to need to be repainted. It's not going to need to be resurfaced. And we're going to have this looking fresh as new in just a moment here.
Looks great. Well, I don't know if you can see the Sharpie here on the sheet, but it's really starting to diminish. It's almost completely gone. Just a little concentrated effort into this one area. But it's great to know that as someone's scribbling or doodling, or maybe just even accidental a bump the wall with something that's typically permanent, it's nice to know that there's an avenue to be able to clean that off.
Absolutely.
And look at that.
And this just has one more little spot here that I'm just going to work off. And again, you can see that this is a white sheet, and you saw how dirty it was when we started. And now you can see how clean it has come in just really a very short period of time. So again, super cleanable, reduce your maintenance time and the care. So there we go. So we've seen the lipstick come off. We've seen our dirt and scuffs. Amy, that's incredible.
I got the permanent marker off.
And I know that had been there for a while. So this is definitely a great tip and trick.
Absolutely. Now for those other areas where maybe in a cafeteria space, again, I'm going to talk about educational settings. It's really a fun use of our Acrovyn by Design sheet product. But you can end up with a stain like ketchup. So we're going to move on to cleaning this up. And anytime you have anything that has a residual material on it, I would wipe that up first. Get that cleaned up. Lots of ketchup splatter there. But you can see in the areas where it started to dry, it did leave some grossness behind. So for that, we're going to be able to use our all-purpose cleaner again, which I'll snag from you, Trish. Now I have some ketchup on my hand again. I probably needed another paper towel for that. But we'll go ahead and spray this on. And just use really any rag that you would use to clean. I have a microfiber cloth. Scrubbing that in a circular motion and just like that, removing that ketchup right off of that sheet.
Perfect for a lot of different settings, which brings us to our next kind of cafeteria type stain that we may see. Here we have some coffee that has spilled. And now coffee is notorious for staining, leaving behind, you know, that dark residual. So what we're going to do is the first thing that Amy did with ketchup, we're gonna just wipe away the excess. We're gonna get that cleaned off there. And again, we're going to next move to our all-purpose cleaner. And we're just gonna spray a little bit of all-purpose cleaner on there. Wipe that right off. And just like that, that easy.
Cleaned right up.
Cleaned right up. So you can see that again, saves a lot of time as opposed to some other surfaces that would need to be totally redone or a lot more work.
Yep, looks great, Trish.
And that'll do it for today's tips and tricks.